The greatest.
Hey, this remind me of them old school days. High school, skipping homeroom days. I'm talking way back when you had a problem with your nigga. I'm the one that's your go-to days. Yeah, in your heart to get a hold to phase. That everybody kind of go through phase. I understand that you changed. Make sure it's for the better. Everybody gotta grow through pain. Look, I used to be the one you call on. I used to be the one you fuck with. I used to be the one you run to. I used to be the one you hit up on the late night. You fucked up, so now fuck the sun. No, talking about the meantime. When you would hit me in between time. When you would hit me just to laugh. Think about the past times. To make it last the past time. The only thing a nigga has. Same old, do me a favor. Favor for a favor. Yeah, yeah. Please. Do me a favor, please. Favor for a favor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do me a favor, don't do me no favors. Please. Do me a favor. Don't do me no favors, slaves. Yeah. Do me a favor, don't do me no favors. Yeah. Do me a favor. Don't do me no favors, slaves. Look, when's the last time you took time out to try to find you? Walk around like you perfect, who to lie to you? No games to lose, truth defines how you used to lines. It didn't work out, so you running back, of course. Tired of the back and forth, the backwards talk is half your fault. I'm glad you lost the other half. I don't really pick a half the thought. Look, hard times, you showed me that you didn't fuck with me. You showed me I was better off, then you told me I'd change for you. I said I wouldn't do the same for you, cause I remember all your flaws. I remember all the ignored texts, missed calls, and excuses. Fucked around and got used to it, but I'm good. And you trying to hit my line, ain't no time for no stress. Just in case you didn't get the message. Same old, do me a favor.
Ooh, I was scared of it.
Favor for a favor. Yeah, yeah. Please. Do me a favor, please.
I should
Favor
dance.
for a favor. Yeah, yeah. Do me a favor, don't do me no favors. Please.
This is my song.
Do me a favor. Don't do me no favors, slaves. Hey, do me a favor, don't do me no favors. Yeah. Do me
That's your
a
old lady
favor.
group?
Do me no favors, slaves.
It smells good in here. Collard greens.
Hell no. Something is wrong with you.
Like somebody's cooking.
I cannot. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Fuck Your Podcast. I am Star.
Here is your girl, Patty Man.
And it's Thirsty Thursday, so I hope you guys got your tequila ready.
Let me turn ready to drink.
Yes, let me turn up our background music real quick for the one time. What's up, everybody in the chat? Oh, G baby's checking in. All right, so let's jump into the topic. So we actually got some good topics, good relationship topics. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to update you guys on what we were talking about last week.
Okay.
So you know the Amber Alert that went out for the little girl that was missing.
Yes.
So it come to find out her stepfather or mother's fiance, he was seen on video taking out a laundry basket. And they're assuming that the remains were in there. Wow. They did find a vehicle. We reported on that. And hey, what's up, guys? And they found traces of decomposed body, I guess, in the trunk. So it's been a lot going on. I think he's in jail now, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that because that really hit me. That hit me, and I kept following up on the story. So
yeah, definitely. Thank you for that update.
Yes. All right, so let's jump into it. So there was a lady killed in Houston a few days ago. Her name is Pamela Turner. So she was killed by an officer in Houston. He was basically, I guess they've known each other. News reporting is saying that they've had dealings with each other in the past. And she had an arrest warrant. He went to go arrest her. They tussled for a little bit, and I guess she ended up hitting him in a private area with a taser, but she didn't actually tase him. It shocked him. So right before he shot her, she screamed that she was pregnant, and he shot her like 5 times. So they won't release his name, but he is on administrative leave, like
Another
always.
officer on administrative leave.
Right, he's on administrative leave, and the they've been protesting in Houston. I don't know if you guys seen it. I don't know if you guys follow Trade of Truth, but he's always I love him. He's always giving back to his community and doing whatever. But he put together a protest along with other people as well, and they want the officer indicted.
Right.
So they're gonna do their investigation, and
this happens far too often.
Yeah, far too often.
And the fact that she screamed out that she's pregnant and he didn't even.
Yeah. So come to find out, she wasn't pregnant. But I know, but she has a lot of mental issues. Like I think she's like schizophrenic, and what else did they say? She was.
Yeah, but do you ever notice in stories like this when the police have dealings with the person in the past, when it gets to this point, it's like the only option is to shoot them.
Right.
Like I don't understand why the first thing that comes to your mind is kill this person.
Right.
Like I get they were tussling and he was shocked, from being tased and stuff, but at the end of the day, you still have to think about this other person's life, but officers don't do that.
Right. He definitely executed her. But this is my thing is this, I feel like he's an 11-year veteran in the police department. If you feel like she was threatening your life, and if you don't know how to handle a proper situation, then you shouldn't be a police officer.
I don't think so.
The thing about it is we are, as taxpayers, pay them to protect and serve, and the only thing that they seem to be doing is killing us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the fuck, yo. Like seriously?
Exactly. If something is wrong with her, mentally, that doesn't mean that she deserves to die.
Exactly.
So I just feel like that's wrong on his part, and I don't think he deserves to be just another officer on paid leave. These officers have to get the same treatment that somebody else would get if they was to just be a regular civilian doing it to another civilian.
Exactly. And I also feel, her family, they're gonna do their part. They have an attorney. I think he's like a civil rights activist.
Was it Lee Merritt?
Yes.
Okay.
So he is working with the family, and he's acting he's their attorney as well. So he's basically going to make sure that they really investigate, because I think they really need to. So
yeah, I think
it's on video. If you guys, if you guys have been on social media, you've seen it definitely.
And shout out to whoever recorded it. I mean, I so thankful that most of these incidents are being recorded. Yeah, but it's like it'd be too late.
Yeah, but you notice that even though if it's recorded and you can see clearly there was no threat, they still get off or don't get indicted at all.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. No, something has to change when it comes to, the punishments that these officers get. They're getting off too easy.
Yes,
they paid leave. Who? He should be sitting behind a cell, paid nothing.
Right. Exactly. We also wanted to update you guys on Junior Guzman. So remember we reported on him last year. He was the teen. I think he was 18 years old. He was being chased by like a gang of people.
Yes.
And they basically murdered him, and it's very chilling because you can actually see the events each step by step, which led up to him being killed.
And when Star told me the update, I was like, wow, this is just now, the trial is just now starting. This happened last year sometime.
Yep.
Okay. And I understand that, I guess it does take time when it comes to these murder cases. Right. It does take time. I get it. But I feel for the family as well. Like, you want justice right away. Like, the fact that this is just now happening, another incident where everything is being recorded, and it's like, what more evidence do you need?
Right.
This is a child who was brutally murdered on the streets of New York late night. But, New York don't never sleep.
Right.
So everybody's watching in the videos. You can see it. Everybody's looking. Police officers is around watching this incident take place. Like,
you can see them passing by.
This should not have happened to him.
Right. So they have gone to trial.
I'm sorry, he was 15?
No. He was 18.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, he was 15. I'm sorry. 15. He was 15. My bad. He was 15. Albany sleeps.
So
It's quiet in
sad.
Albany. So yeah, so the district attorney, they presented several evidence, and because basically social media had everything up.
Yeah.
So they presented several different evidence or whatever. And I guess they're only trying a few of the defendants right now.
Okay.
But they're saying that 8 more is also going to be prosecuted as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep you updated on that. The family was a little upset because it did take so long for it to go to trial. But, the family was also, kind of, his mom was, she was like very overwhelmed in court today.
Yeah.
Because they was showing the photos and like still frames.
And you're bringing it back
Right,
up.
right.
Yeah, everything's resurfacing and there's new evidence. That's a lot.
Right. It is.
I'm so sorry for that family, but you know what? Justice will be served.
Definitely. And I hope they all get convicted.
I hope
I pray they all get convicted.
I don't care.
That was
whether
so sad.
Whether you was partaking or not, you was around them. You was in the mix. And that's just
to kill that 15-year-old boy like that.
Horrible. It's just so sad. Horrible. A baby.
All right, so we're gonna jump into. So I know this happened. Tanika, we in here. Oh, girl, I just spoke to you. What is wrong with you? You know what?
Hey, everybody.
I've had enough of Tanika shit. Okay.
I'm trying to get lit tonight, y'all.
Lit. Mm-hmm. All right. So the man who was charged in killing 2 Black people in Louisville, Kentucky at a Kroger gas station. I know you guys heard about this.
Oh my God. Yeah. Come on, let's talk about this.
The judge ruled that he is incompetent to stand trial, which I think is bullshit.
The fuck does that mean?
Incompetent shit.
Okay, go ahead.
So basically, she said that he was incompetent. He's too incompetent to stand trial, but he's a known white supremacist, and he tried to enter a all Black church and kill all the members in the church before he found these 2 Black people at a Kroger Stop and Shop.
That sounds like somebody with conscience mind.
Exactly.
Go on.
So when he was on his way to kill the 2 Black people, he encountered a white dude, and the white dude pulled a gun out on him. And I guess he was telling him that he don't want any issues. This is allegedly. He didn't want any issues with him or whatever. But right after that, he killed 2 Black people. So now you're telling me what
elderly
Black people. And what was their name?
Their names were Maurice Stallard, who was 69, and Vicky Lee Jones, who was 67.
Horrible.
Okay.
Horrible.
Like, I just hate this crap because it's like all the time. I'm sorry, I'm not a racist by any means necessary, but I'm gonna state facts when facts is clear. Every time white people pull some terrorist shit out on us Black folks, it's always a mental illness or something that defers them for being liable of their actions. I'm sorry. You was of right mind when you decided to try because you didn't get in. When you tried to walk up in the Black church, you made that conscious decision. It wasn't just a random decision. That was something that you planned out.
Right.
Okay. You was of sound mind when you seen another that looked like you who was about to knock your ass out allegedly for doing what you was gonna do. You was of sound mind then. Right. You reacted in a way that you straightened up. But then when you seen, these 2 elderly people, what would make you want to murder them?
In a grocery store at that. That's just fucking crazy as hell. It's like, the world that we're living in is like, it's fucking crazy. Like, because it's like everyone's going crazy.
Yeah, at this point. It's like so unpredictable at this point. It's just so scary. This could be, somebody's grandparents, mama.
Yeah, but he don't care. We're definitely living in our last days. The end of times. Honestly,
it feels like it's so near because I'm just so tired of everything going around, and I'm sure you can see all my face. Like, I'm literally tired today because I'm like it's just so much that's been going on. I'm just hit back and forth. That's why when we come together and we start making, the decisions to talk about certain things on our show, it really doesn't surprise me anymore. It's just like, oh, again,
Right.
Again,
but you know what
happening
it is
far too often.
but it's like these topics is like, you know, it needs to be discussed. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's discussed on social media, but like for us to come and the viewers to comment and, you know, put
and say how that makes you feel.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why we're here, and that's what these comments is for, and that's why we're live. So,
Right.
you know, if you feel some type of way, make sure you speak your piece, because somebody who's gonna speak against us is sure gonna do it. So you might as well say what you have to say now.
Exactly. So that brings us to, so according to CNN, experts warn of America's greatest terrorist threat. And who's that? Who's that, Deneva?
The white supremacists.
Yes.
It's them. It's white people. It's the people who feel as if they're superior to our kind, so they don't want us to be around anymore. So they're doing anything in their power to diminish us.
So if you want to go over it a little bit.
Sure. Okay. So, deadly attacks at places of worship in the United States have been on the rise. While U.S. leaders continue to focus on thwarting terrorism in other countries and the supposed threats of terrorism at our borders, experts say there is more pressing threat of domestic terrorism in our own backyards. In fact, according to New Jersey's Tom Malowinski, America's greatest terrorism threat is white supremacists. Okay. 4 of the most violent and deadly attacks carried out in the last 7 years in this country were carried out by white men who belong to or follow the ideals of white supremacy or neo-Nazi groups. According to CNN, okay, groups that promote a pattern of deadly extremism and violent hatred of others based on skin color or religious preference. After last month's Poway, what does it say? Synagogue shooting, the California governor has pledged $15 million to aid places of worship in the state to obtain more stringent security measures. Just now, we're just now starting to do this, okay? Lawmakers in other states are also following suit by asking for federal funding to make places of worship safer, okay? But more needs to be done with regards to the country's attitudes towards these hateful groups.
Exactly.
Experts warn that white supremacy must be tackled as terrorism, and that even though most of these white supremacy and neo-Nazi groups meet the FBI standard definition of terrorism, they are not treated as such because they are not, simply because they are American and they are white.
Right. So, according to CNN, while they're trying to secure the borders, they need to secure what the fuck's going on right here
in our country. And that's been the problem, which is the whole reason why I could never relate to a Trump president. I could never relate to him, because at this point, it's like, you trying to protect what? You're not even fixing what's going on in our own country. Flint still has dirty water. I'm never going to get over saying that.
Right.
Flint still has dirty water. Why is that not fixed? That should be a simple solution. The fact that we have to make places of worship safer,
that's crazy to me. Crazy that you can actually go in and shoot up a church full of fucking people and it's okay.
But it's okay because they get to walk away and continue their life and maybe get a chance to sit behind bars for the rest of their life. Maybe they get that chance.
And what about the black churches that just got burnt down? The other show that we were talking about.
Were we getting funding right away? Were we getting media outtake and news coming to report what's going on? No,
that didn't happen until the shit happened out there
in Notre Dame.
Right.
So it's like it's getting more and more clearer, especially, you know, with these new abortion laws too.
Speaking of that,
it's very truthful. It's a fact now. It's being known that it's like a target. It's an attack. I feel like these laws that are coming out, it's an attack on us, not just as women, but as black people too, because at the end of the day, they know black folk, women, we suffer the most from miscarriages. I said this the last show, didn't I? We have the most difficulty carrying children, which is why it's such a blessing when we do carry children. So for them to make it, a felony to have a miscarriage, whose control is that?
So my thing is,
since when do women control if they have a miscarriage or not?
Right. So this is my thing with the whole abortion. So, you know, Alabama, they just passed it. So it's I think you can't have one at all.
Nope.
Like even if it's like a rape or incest or anything like that, like you can't have it. And if you go to another state,
not even a miscarriage. That's the part that shocked the hell out of me.
But even if you go to another state and come back, they're saying that you still can be arrested. Like that shit's kind of
crazy. And for a doctor to even perform it, that's 99 years in jail.
Yeah, but did you guys see the pictures going around and who actually voted for it? It was a bunch of white men, and then it was one white old lady who can't have kids anymore, probably because she's really, really old. You know, she signed the bill, and then I think Missouri, I think, signed it.
Did they?
Yeah. There was three states that just recently signed the bill.
I don't know if y'all seen it, but there was some quotes going around from the people who signed the bill and like what they said about rape previously. I'm not sure if this is real, y'all. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I saw it too. That's why I didn't want to read it, because I didn't know,
if it was real or not. Because I mean, when I seen it, it was extreme. I was like, somebody would say that about rape,
right?
You know what I mean? Or about having abortions, especially for a woman to say that. Crazy. Like, it's just this day and age is so crazy. And so, but the thing I was getting at with the whole making, having an abortion or having a miscarriage a felony is, it brings you back to the Jim Crow laws. It brings you back to slavery days when we didn't have rights, because once you commit a felony, you're not able to vote. So that's taking away our control,
stripping you of everything.
That's taking away our control, which is why, it's so important to stick together and try and fight these laws and things like that, because as a unit, we can make a difference, but, divided, we can't do anything.
Exactly. So that brings us to Joyner Lucas. So I don't know if you guys seen his video around, floating around social media. It's been a big hot topic.
If you haven't, go take a look.
Definitely take a look. I think we mentioned it. Was it last week or the week before that?
I'm not sure, but I remember, I think, talking about it maybe sometime last summer.
Right.
When one of his the I'm Not a Racist first surfaced.
No.
Was that?
Well, it was recently that we just talked about it.
That was recently?
Yeah. So
these days go quick.
so basically, he's known for creating his career on his thoughts and provoking in music.
Yep.
So basically, that was work. He took a shot at Tomi Lahren, I think her name is.
Yep.
And she's always arguing back and forth with Wale on Twitter. He calls her Tammy, I think. And she wanted to have a sit down with him.
Okay.
And he basically told her that, he created it. He's not a racist. And he said he can have a conversation with her, but it's kind of pointless of having a conversation with her. He said he's setting himself up for failure. You know what I'm saying? Because, he said she isn't rational. She isn't understanding on any level. And her aim is to make us look crazy on national television, which is true. It's definitely true.
Interviews,
right? You definitely seen the interviews.
How can you reason with someone who's unreasonable?
Thank you. But she wants to sit down and have a conversation with him, because she said that she didn't appreciate the fact that he what did she say? Calling for her death in his latest music video. But he basically, if you seen what she tweeted about 21 Savage, you see the conversations that she has with Wale on Twitter. And also if you she failed to go to the meeting of the minds with Charlamagne tha God. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when she's on her platform, she wants to discredit us and make us out to look crazy. But when she's invited on Charlamagne's platform, he has no filter anyway. Yeah, she doesn't want to come on
because they don't have that control. Right. And not to say all white people are racist, because they're not, but it's these ones who feel like they have to have control, like they have to be above all. And that's what white supremacy is, y'all. So recognize that. And especially if a person is trying you the way that she continues to try these artists who are just really speaking their mind about the issues that's going on in the world today, and they're trying to keep their people woke. I don't see anything wrong in that.
Exactly.
So
Whew, it's hot in here.
Yeah, if she want to
Is
have
that
a
or tequila?
conversation, she can have a conversation with herself.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into the relationship topic. So I actually have a few,
Yes. All
and
right.
you have some too, right?
I
Oh
do,
my
I
God,
do.
read that crazy one first.
Okay.
Oh, this is
That's the one you
the
want?
wedding in the like what the
Gotcha.
fuck is wrong with people nowadays?
Okay. This one was really just like outspoken. So I don't know if you guys seen this, but what would you do, right, if you was going to a wedding that was combined with a funeral?
I wouldn't go.
Now, this happened to
That
a
shit's
California
crazy.
Okay, this happened to a California bride who ended up combining her wedding with her aunt's open casket funeral to save money on the church. So this is what she sent out this is the invitation to the wedding, okay? Dear friends and family of the blank wedding, some of you may have gotten the news already, but Aunt Karen has sadly passed away from natural causes. We are all deeply saddened about her loss, but we promise that we will not cancel the wedding next week in her honor. We know she would want us to celebrate and have a day filled with love and joy. I would also like to add that funeral costs are skyrocketing, and we will be having an open casket session during some of the wedding processions.
Wow.
Feel free to stop by during the wedding to say goodbye. She will be on display for those who wish to gain some closure. Remember, even though losing ones we lost can be heartbreaking, there is also a joy in celebrating love and partnerships in marriage. We are excited to see you all in there on Saturday. What's the comments looking like?
So
ain't nothing yet, but
this is my thing about the whole. First of all, I'm not going. There's no way that I'm showing up to somebody's wedding.
You ain't going to Aunt Karen's funeral?
No. I mean, you could have started a GoFundMe. You could have did anything. But you're seriously gonna have a fucking funeral and a wedding together? That shit's crazy as hell.
Yeah, that was kind of selfish to me. I feel like at that point, put your wedding on hold and let's worry about Aunt Karen for a second.
But not only that, what they could have done, you could have actually waited and had the funeral after the wedding. Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit's super crazy. I don't get it. I just feel like that situation could have definitely been handled a lot better.
It could have been. I don't know. I just feel like that was kind of selfish. She was kind of like, no,
selfish.
I'm not about to lose my wedding and my day. Auntie Karen can participate.
Nah.
No, honey.
Mm-mm.
I would have definitely did something separate, like what Star said, or waited my wedding out. My wedding could wait. I'm still here. I'm still breathing. Let Auntie Karen have her day.
Nah. No.
That is just real. That's real crazy and selfish.
Very selfish. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next topic. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed.
All right. Why won't he introduce me to his children? My relationship is going through a rough patch right now. I am dating a man who has 3 children from a previous relationship. I'm currently pregnant by him and we are engaged to be married. The relationship has been fine and everything, but my man spends a lot of time with his other children and their mother. I don't have an issue with him spending time with his children, but I don't know why the mother has to be involved in everything. I don't know if my pregnancy hormones have made me more sensitive, but I feel like I no longer want to deal with this anymore. I've never met his children. He says they are too young to understand that him and their mother are no longer together. I don't want to come off as selfish, but I feel like he can spend time with his children alone. He finds reasons to validate him spending the weekends away with them, and he doesn't see anything wrong with leaving me alone. I won't accept it once our baby is born. I want to discuss this with him without seeming selfish. How do I approach this? My goal is to get him to be with his children without their mother or to bring them to spend time at our house. I'm no longer putting up with him being MIA with his ex and kids. How you feeling about this stuff?
Okay, so first of all, I feel like she's a little slow because if you guys are building a life together, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're building a life with somebody, hey, cuz, if you're building a life with somebody, please tell me why would it be okay for you not to know who his kids are and you're actually having a baby, which is going to be his siblings, and you guys you're engaged to be married. So it just, something doesn't seem right to me here. I feel like he's probably living a double life. because do
That
they
was
even
my
know
first
that
thought.
that he has a girlfriend if
Girl.
he's always spending time
Cause
with the child's
because they're too young to know that him and the mother ain't separated. So I'm sure when they're together, because he's with the baby mother, that they're acting like everything's all good. Whether in my head, I'm thinking they're still in a relationship, and he's not telling you that he's still in a relationship, and he's not telling her that he's in a new relationship. It just feels a little fishy. I feel like any real man, you don't have to introduce your kids right away. I can understand that. But at the end of the day,
3 years though,
after 3 years, I feel like after 3 years and you're about to have a baby with this person and you're in a relationship with this person and probably living with them, it's time that you have to, make that. It's better to be honest with your kids. To be honest, you have to make that step. You have to just be like, listen, this is what it is, and me and your mother ain't together, and you gotta make it work, because if not, it's gonna be a burden.
But not only that, come on, look at the times that we're living in. Kids know that their parents ain't together, so that's bullshit. One,
especially if you're not there every day.
There's bullshit.
What are you saying? You're at work?
His bullshit. Kids know that their mother, when their parents are going through something and they're not together, people break up all the time. So he's feeding her lies because he's still probably sleeping with the baby's mother, and he's, trying to marry her too. Like, he's basically having the best of both worlds right now. And I think it's kind of fucked up, because at the same time she's trying to build something with you and you're kind of in between. You know what I'm saying? And especially if she's never met the baby's mother, how can you be in a relationship for 3 years with somebody and you haven't even introduced them to your kids, and that's going to be their sibling?
Yeah, that's kind of nope. So here's my advice. Like, I don't think that she's being selfish at all for wanting this. I just feel like you are, like what I said, a little slow, a little delayed. This should have been something that you talked about way before you got pregnant, way before, in the beginning of the relationship, when he told you he had children. And when he started making these visits with the baby's mother. I can see how sometimes that would be okay, but once you're in a new relationship, you don't have to include them in everything, but they should still know who you're dating.
Exactly.
They should still know the other life that you're living. Now to piggyback off of that, what would you do, right? All right. So my boyfriend's baby mama is using their daughter to manipulate him. Now he wants to make it work with her. What should I do?
Leave. The fuck you mean? There's nothing you can do.
My boyfriend and I are pregnant, but his BM is using his 10-year-old daughter to manipulate him, and now he wants to make it work with her again. How can he love two people at once? How is it that he's moving on and I'm the only one hurt? What should I do?
Okay, that's fucked up. Damn, that's really messed up, especially now that you're having a kid.
Right. It's kind of like this situation. Yeah.
What up, human? Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe he was still doubling back too. Like the thing is, I feel like sometimes, people get into new relationships with other people and they don't really break it off with the baby's mother. And it happens all the time. And I feel like it really hurts the person that you're with, because now that she's pregnant and you're having a kid by her, I mean, so what? Okay, you want to make it work with her, but did you just forget that you're about to create a new baby? Like, what the fuck?
So you're abandoning yet another family that you've created. And I don't think men recognize that once you have a baby with someone, that's a new family that you're creating.
Yeah.
And if you don't combine that family, I'm not saying to you don't have like a polygamous relationship or nothing, but if you don't include everybody, you're never going to be whole. Your family is never going to be fully functioning. You're always going to feel like you're missing out on something. You're always going to be doubling back and in that type of circulation. Like, just be honest. It's not that hard to just be like, you know what? I love you. I have a child by you, but this is what I'm, doing now. I'm in a new relationship. Me and you can never be anything, but I'm here for you. I'm here for our child. If you need something, if the kid needs anything, let me know.
Yeah, but it could have also been like he just really didn't want to be with the other girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you break up with somebody, they do something and you're like, oh, but you still may be in love with that person. So I
had to tell one of my homeboys today, because one of my homeboys was like, oh, he's on a break with his baby mom or whatever, but he's, trying to talk to other girls and stuff. I was like, you need to be really careful, because once you're on a break or something like that, it's real easy to, slip up in conversation with somebody or try to entertain other people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, if you still love that person, you're going to end up probably going back to them, then don't include other people in your drama, because that's just going to be something else you and your baby mama got to fight through when y'all do decide to work it out.
Yeah, absolutely right. Because it's always going to be, especially if that person continue to be around and you slept with that person, it's always going to be like, who is that bitch? Block her or whatever.
Exactly. Or in case that person does end up pregnant, that's something else you got to work through. And who knows if you're going to be able to make it through that.
Exactly.
I tell my friends all the time, like, don't put yourself in that situation. It's like, men and women do it.
Yep.
But don't put yourself in that situation. If you still feeling somebody else, don't get yourself involved with a new person. That's just it.
All right. So my boyfriend wants to watch porn while we're having sex, while he's having sex with me. He said it's for visual stimulation. But I've tried and I'm not comfortable with it. Is that normal? So is
for
it?
Her. I would be kind of cool with it. Like,
so this is my thing, right? So,
like, always want to watch it?
Yeah. So if he always want to have porn in the background and while y'all are having sex, how would you feel about that?
I don't know about always. I mean, sometimes, but damn, like, I'm not porny enough for you. Like,
yeah, so
you know what I mean?
But
like,
that's the
shouldn't I
thing.
be porny enough for you?
Why do you really? What's wrong with you? Yo, I can't.
That's my little Pamela Anderson sweat. I'm not porny enough for you.
Yo, so I feel like, yeah, that would be super weird, because if he's into the porn more than he's into the sex, maybe he actually need the porn to get off. You know what I'm saying? So that
it would make me feel a little bit insecure.
Yeah.
Like,
I would definitely feel insecure about it. I mean, it's okay. He said it's normal if she's. I can't see. Oh, it's normal if she's not attractive.
Then why are you with me?
Right.
Like, I really dead can't understand that. Like, why do guys or females be with somebody who they know they're not attracted to? Like, I don't care if somebody treats you great. If you're not attracted to them, then why are you with them?
Yeah, that makes no sense to me. It makes no sense at all. But yeah, if he wants to do it all the time, maybe you need to sit down with him and try to figure out what the fuck's going on. Like, why is this a thing? Because it's okay to watch porn sometimes, and if you guys want to watch it and and recreate the scene or some shit like that, but for him to just be fully into, you know what I'm saying, the porn, that's a situation.
Yeah, it shouldn't be at all the time.
Right.
Thing.
So that brings me to another question. Would you be upset if your what's he? I can't read that. He's
not feeling you on the real.
Yeah, I agree.
That's true.
He's feeling porn more.
Hey, Robert.
So would you feel a way if your dude didn't want you to be freaky in the bedroom? You know what I'm saying? So if you
he didn't
want you to be freaky. Like, he was one of those guys.
I'm feeling away because now you're controlling my sexualness. I don't like it.
So if he's one of those guys who he's boring, basically,
right? I'm like, what do you mean you don't want me to be freaky?
He wants regular sex and just not no
what's regular shit. Sex? Just regular sex.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want him anyway. No, I couldn't deal with it because I'm not a super freak. I'm not up there and like dominatrix whips and chains yet. Okay. But what I will say is, if I want to explore something with my man and he's shutting me down, that's another thing. Like, making your woman feel insecure. Like, even if you're not comfortable with something right away, if your partner's into it, let them explore it. And then, if you're not feeling it after that, then be like, listen, hey, I'm not with that. But at least let your partner express their sexuality.
But okay, so if you
nobody's sexuality. That's
okay,
weird.
so but would you break up with somebody if you were at that level? Like, yo, like, I'm a freak. Like, I like to do this in the bedroom and I like to do that. And he's like, because
when are you supposed to get your satisfaction?
Right. That's why people be cheating.
Oh, we're just gonna do missionary.
Yeah, I think he just. Yeah. What if he just wanted missionary? What if that was just a thing? Here, you can read the last two comments.
About to be dry humping you all day. I'm not doing that. Let's see. Not doing it. Ash says she might be boring sexually. I also think too many people have sex before talking about what the other likes sexually.
That I agree. That is true.
That is very true.
That's a thing. Okay, I'm gonna comment on
then
that.
You start having sex and then somebody's licking your butthole. You're like, wait, I didn't agree to that. I didn't agree. Okay, maybe you can lick it, but don't put your finger in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't agree to certain terms. We didn't have a safe word because some niggas be really crazy. Yeah, and the bedroom, it's like, okay, but I might die. You make that one stronger adjustment, I might die. What's the safe word? Stop? No, he goes harder. Okay, I don't know. What do I do? So, you know, I agree. What do you do in that situation?
Oh my God.
Robert said he's a basic ass dude. You know, we don't want no basic shit over here.
Okay, but this is my thing. It's okay to be basic.
Is it?
At first.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you know, first, like, you know, your first time, you don't want to bring all your freaky tricks out the bag because.
So your first time should be.
It should be just like, you know, regular, you know. Because, okay, this is my thing.
No, it's right. You don't bring all your tricks out the bag,
right?
But regular.
I mean, you know, like
it should be. I'm saying like once you because it depends because it depends. I feel like that first time should be regular, but I feel it should also because you should once you're talking to somebody, you should be building up that anticipation because you shouldn't be just giving away your goodies right away. That's not cool.
Right.
I mean, do you if you do you, but it's not something I would do. You know what I mean? I'm not out here to do that. But
you don't be out here.
You know what I'm saying? But what I would say is I feel like that built up tension should, you know, increase that sexual compatibility. It should be like a lot of slow seduction and sweating and
oh wow. Do you plan? Are you planning something?
I've had ideas of what I would like that experience to be.
Oh my God. All right.
She said, what you making plans?
Wait, so read Tanika's comment.
Neeks. I'm so tired of white men thinking they have the right to dictate that women can do with
Tanika,
their
how
bodies.
slow
you
are you?
like 10, 25 minutes behind.
Late, okay?
That's all right. That's okay. We're going to accept you anyway. Mm-hmm. Calvin's laughing. As says, if the non-freaky sex is good, then maybe not break up. But again, they need to discuss their sexual likes, desires, and limits. After that, if no compromise, then yes. Okay, we hear you. Mm-hmm. Neek says we really need to band together.
I don't know where Tanika
we're just gonna accept her.
Tanika has like the slowest speed into that.
I accept
no, you know what it is, Tanika? Hit live, you know, refresh it, and then you're gonna come back to where we're at right now. So what Ashley was saying, like, you know what, I do feel like people should talk about, you know, what they like sexually before actually getting involved with each other, because too many times you yes, I love his video. Oh my God, where is she? Anyway,
she's back up at Joyner Lucas.
Yes. So moving on, like, right, a lot of
screw. I'm about to log off, y'all.
We're gonna end the show because Tanika fucking it up for us.
Tanika's fucking it up.
But you know what it is? It's too many times that, you know, you don't discuss it, and then when you have these high expectations, thinking like, you know, because you know what you was just doing, daydreaming, thinking like, oh, and building this up,
and then you get it, and then it maybe it's probably not regular, but it feels regular because of what you was expecting.
Right.
Okay.
But you're building it up,
I know,
and you thinking that this shit's gonna be good, and then it's not. And then like your second time, and then like the second time, you know, you may want to try new things, and he's like, whoa, hold on, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you do have to discuss, you know, what you like.
You should. I think that's super important. Like when people.
Wait, I burped.
No.
I was like, did you hear that?
I sounded mad ghetto. Super important. It was a hard important. It was hard. I guess it's super important.
That's that. What is that? That Baltimore, Maryland accent?
I don't
What's
know
going
what
on?
it is.
I don't know.
I just got back from Foley.
Speaking of accents, did you see how they ranked the sexiest accent?
Why we're second?
Yeah. First of all, I don't like no Boston accent.
I don't like a Boston accent, but I'm Bostonian, so I'm a little little excited.
New York was like number 3.
Yeah, they came right below.
Yo,
so basically, what people like to hear.
I don't like no yo mom.
We like that rough shit. United States like that rough shit. Cause you got Texas as number 1, Boston is number 2, and New York is number 3. Yeah, Texas is sexy.
Yeah, Texas they got.
I like a down south accent.
Oh, do you?
I do. Okay. I like me a country. I like me a country bam.
Yeah, I do like a southern accent. I do. I like that.
Oh shit! Look who it is.
Mr. West.
Mr. West is in the building.
Oh, what Mr. West say?
Mr. West said, "It's such a small world. I'm sitting here showing people your podcast so they can subscribe." And my man says, "Oh, wait a minute. She's my ex-girl on the left." Well, I guess it's me.
Well, tell him to subscribe.
I'm always somebody's ex. Hey, ex. Hey, boo.
Tell him, Mr. West, tell him to subscribe anyway, baby. Huh? Yes. It don't matter.
Hit me up after. I want to know who it is. You know, who's out here claiming me? I might have to shut that shit down. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I can't.
That's funny.
So New York, no, I'm not feeling that. And when I go to New York, I'm going to New York this weekend. Speaking of going to New York,
us out here traveling and bullshit.
Right.
Okay. I'm leaving again on Sunday.
Oh yeah, you are leaving again. So so I'm going to New York. And we're going to see Candy's sex dungeon. Okay, it speaks for itself. So I've seen a little bit of the show online, but I can't wait to go because I want to see what it's about. And, you know, I've never been to a little...
You have your whips and chains ready?
I got a little something ready. You know, I got me a whole little outfit.
Pajamas.
Leather pajamas.
I don't know. Cardi B said it.
I do got some.
Cardi said all her leathers was pajamas. I thought
oh
it was
my god.
Thing.
Oh my god. But no, I do.
All
have...
her leathers was pajamas. All her pajamas was leather. Y'all see, I'm lit.
So no, but it's gonna be lit. So I'm going, Nick's going, and G Baby's going, and we're gonna have a good time. And I'm so excited to go. So, what is going on in the chat? Hold on, quickly. Oh my God, Tanika is still behind. Refresh. Oh, she can't. I'm telling her to refresh, but she can't because she's behind.
She's behind.
Jesus. Somebody text her that knows her and tell her to refresh. But anyway, Mr. West, what's his name? We want to know. We want to know. We want to know.
No,
his
we
name.
don't want to know.
No?
I don't know.
Come on.
Do what you got to do.
All right, let's jump into this topic. But before that, so
okay.
Did we talk about this last week? Do women use men for sex?
Yes.
Oh, we did.
No. Did we get there?
I don't know.
We didn't get there.
Did we get there?
No, we didn't get there. We got there on our own accord. We had our own
conversation about it prior to the show.
Okay, we'll get. You want to talk about that first? What you thinking?
He won't say it on here.
So I told you, hit me up because I might have to shut that down.
We want to know who it is because you know he's saying that. Oh, that's my ex. Well, who are you?
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck are you?
We don't know.
We want to know. We want to know who you are. All right.
Okay. So because I don't got no exes.
Girl,
I ain't got no exes.
So what he say? You know I can't see.
He said I'm about to get used in 30 minutes. Okay.
So yes.
All right. Let's talk about that. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, we can. Because I don't remember talking about it last week.
Yeah. So basically, do men or do women use men for sex? And I say, hell yeah, women use men for sex because at the end of the day, like the type of woman I am,
especially if it's good sex,
especially if I'm not letting no good dick go to waste. I'm sorry, I'm not. Especially if it's good dick, we gonna keep that. It might be, I don't know yet. But what I'm gonna say is this: like the type of woman I am, I'm not dick hopping from here to here.
Right.
So even if we not together, whatever the case is, and you know, we had really great sexual chemistry, I'm going to be hitting you up and I'm going to be hoping you're going to be hitting me up because, you know, like I don't want to be.
Calm down, Sophia.
You know what I mean? I don't. Oh, sorry, Mama. Sophia.
No. She's talking about me. Talking about make sure you act like a lady. I'm always a lady.
But I just don't feel like it's necessary to, you know, go and trying different experience. Why fix it if it's broke? If it ain't broke. You know what I mean?
Yo.
If it's good.
Yes. So G Baby said, recycle that dick. No new bodies. LOL.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna recycle that dick.
Jameen said y'all dated in middle school. Sophia said she out. All right, good.
First of all, Stay Pure said that. Not Jameen.
You know I can't see.
Lord have mercy. Two different people.
Oh, he was. You know why?
You gotta get it together out here in these streets.
I need to scroll up.
Damn, Jameen was here, he'd be embarrassed.
I need to refresh too.
We gotta refresh too. She's on last week's episode.
Damn, my bad.
Oh shit. But yeah. Nah, I'm just playing. I mean, if y'all out here, you know, that like to dick hop, do you by any means?
Mm-hmm.
Just the type of woman I am, I don't mind using a guy for sex if I feel like your sex was great to me. Mm-hmm. It pleased her. She was satisfied. She wants to do it again. Who am I to deny her of what she wants?
All right, I agree.
She runs shit down there.
She should not be denied.
She runs shit down there.
Oh, Jameen's in the chat now. My bad.
Oh, sorry, Jameen.
I'm drunk.
We're so rude to you.
My bad. I'm drunk. It doesn't matter. Dosa. But anyway, all right, let's jump into this last topic and then we're gonna get out of here because I gotta pack for my trip.
Okay, let's stay. I want to know if there are any women out there that prefer a man who is already with somebody else. Personally, I prefer a married man because I don't want anybody controlling me too much. And when he is not by me, I know he has to be home with his wife. People say what I do is wrong, but this is what I feel comfortable with. I have just enough freedom and just enough commitment. I am not the type to cause problems with the wife. If she were to ask me about our affair, I would deny it. Am I wrong? Go ahead, Star. Go ahead.
First of all, bitch.
Get her, Star.
If I drag your ass.
Get her.
Down the street. Butt naked. Would I be wrong? Huh? If I cut your hair and I shame you in the middle of the street and we throw rocks at your ass, would I be wrong?
Are you wrong?
Huh? Yeah, you wrong.
My thing is this.
The fuck? What type of shit is that?
I want a busy man, but I don't want a man that's busy with somebody else.
Okay. Thank you. If you're busy working, busy making money, yes.
You won't have time for nobody else. I'm selfish about my man.
So this is my thing. And this is actually becoming the new normal thing. And I don't understand why women actually like dudes that's already in a relationship and that's already married. So just like Stay Pure said that he was in a relationship with a chick and she only wanted him. I mean, he was in a relationship and the chick only wanted him because he was in a relationship. How crazy is that?
That's so weird to me. But there's a lot of people like that.
A lot of women like that.
It's jealousy because she may not even really like you. She may just be jealous of your chick. Like, damn, she's pretty. I bet I could pull her.
Right. It's that too. And it's also, you know what? I feel like, know your worth. Yeah, you know, you're better than just being a side chick
piece. And like, I get some girls like it or whatever the case is. Like, they get that thrill of being a side piece. They feel like they don't have any like commitment. But you know, you can still live that lifestyle with somebody who's not married in a relationship.
Yeah.
And men gotta stop being trifling too.
Yeah.
Men gotta stop encouraging that shit. If you know you in a relationship, and even if you attracted to somebody else, you wait your turn, sir.
You ain't seen crazy.
You ain't seen
G
crazy,
baby. She don't. I'm talking about something else different.
Oh, because
you ain't seen crazy. I'm gonna show you crazy.
Oh, right. No, that's something G baby say.
Yeah. I can't hear her.
She said, "Tell Phil I'm gonna call him later." I can't.
Yeah, G baby, you ain't seen crazy. You know, because we discussed crazy.
Said, I don't even know what Niece.
I don't even know what part Tanika's on, and I refuse. I refuse to tell her. Right? I refuse to tell her. I've had enough. I had enough of Tanika shit. Yeah. But anyway, you know, I feel like, you know, y'all need to calm down on that.
Yeah, that just scares me. I don't know. I just feel like somebody's in a relationship or married. Number one, they shouldn't be, you know, picking outside their relationship, and you shouldn't be trying to get in there. Just have some type of respect and have some type of morals about yourself and some type of respect for yourself. You know, why would you want to be second to someone else?
Right. They just don't have no self-respect for themselves.
Because the person that's going to be for you, they're going to let you still have that freedom that you so desire from that married man. They're going to let you have everything. But you just have to find that right person for you, not somebody else's person.
So that brings me to this. Do you think that, you know, we stand in our own way of finding true love? Mm-hmm. I think so, because, bitch, you too busy being a side bitch.
Or that was settling with somebody because they meet 2 out of 3 of your requirements. So you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm
That's
just,
crazy.
like this must be the person for me. He only
And it's
lacks. He only don't do this, and I know I don't be happy sometimes. But
Imagine having to take care of a grown ass man, but you don't want to leave him because you're in love. Like, bitch, what? Who raised you? Who raised you? I'm not taking care of nobody else's kid. First of all, I'm not gonna be your mother and your girl. And that's what dudes be looking for.
Been there and done
they
all
be looking
that.
for a wife and a mother. Not out of me, because we don't got no goddamn kids.
I mean, at the end of the day, you supposed to be your man's, mother,
No.
sister, brother, uncle. Okay,
Fuck all of that.
Whatever the case. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to make them feel like they're being taken care of. Who said this? A celebrity said this the other day when he. I'm not making it up.
No, I'm not telling you. I'm not saying you make it up.
I was gonna say, somebody said it the other day that they felt, sometimes by being with their wife, they feel like they're actually living in the house with their mother as well, because they have that person to take care. And I don't mind that, but I'm not doing that with men. I'm not gonna treat you like a husband until I really am your wife.
Who's wearing the pants?
I feel like you should both wear the pants. That's a real relationship.
Okay, but if you want me to take care of you, you want me to be your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, and your wife.
But you gotta be the same thing for me.
Fuck up out of here.
You gotta be the same thing for me. That's just in my head. Like the ideal man, he has to take care of me the way that I would take care of him.
Right.
So whenever I'm in lack or in need of something, I need him to be that for me, and I need to be that for him. And that's what a relationship really is.
Right. A relationship is give and take, not give.
Yeah.
He's just sucking you dry. There's some men out here like that want you to cater to them and do this and do that. And you making more money than him. You're cooking, you're cleaning, you're doing all of this. The sex is okay. And
that's called drainage. That's called drainage. Did I ever tell you guys a story about the flower? I'm going to tell you guys a story about the flower before we leave. I probably told Star the flower. That's why she's laughing.
Wait. Robert said he found true love.
We know.
Damn.
So let me say
Go ahead,
this.
Robert.
Let me say this. No, I know. No, okay. So we're gonna say this, okay? A flower. We're gonna use yourself as a flower, okay? Now you're a beautiful flower. You've grown, you're outside, you have blossomed, you're beautiful to look at. Now somebody done came by and seen you on that lawn. Seen you
shining,
you're that
baby.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out here.
And they love you. They love that flower. But now they done picked you out your root, brought you into the house, put you in the vase, put you in some dusty ass water, left your ass there, ain't got no sunlight.
No sun.
They over there overwatering your ass
Just
24/7, looking at you all day long. Won't let nobody else look at you.
Ashy and wrinkled.
That flower is gonna die. Because my thing is this: when it comes to love, you got to think about it like a flower. When you see that flower out there shining, you leave that flower be. You don't take that flower and start changing that flower up and start picking that flower's petals and over drowning it in water, because that flower is going to die. If you love the flower, you leave it there because you want everybody else to see the same beauty that you see in that flower. And you want it to continue to grow.
Yeah, but they don't like that. They
don't like that. They want you for themselves. Now you in the house with no sunlight, just got a weak, limp ass petal about to fall off. You can't even grow back that petal.
Yeah, edges is falling out. Everything. It's a lot going on.
Everything is falling apart. You don't want to be a dry ass flower.
He got you in water and you can't even swim, bitch.
You lifeboat or a jacket or nothing. He ain't even ask you if you could swim. He ain't even ask you if you like water. You might like soda. He might be a salsa water type of bitch. He didn't ask you that.
And he's just disrespectful. You might have wanted tequila in your goddamn water, and this nigga got some dusty ass faucet water.
Some seed feed.
Fuck out of here. Stay Pure said, okay, Dr. Phil. Okay. With the water. Okay. Anyway, so all right, I got that topic as well. I'm gonna save it for next week because I gotta go. I gotta pack. But anyway, so this is for everyone who is in Boston that follows us. Me and Patty Mayo we've booked our podcast party for June 8th. and we're gonna put out like save the dates and have our official flyer. So if you guys want to go to the podcast party, it's gonna be invite only because it's not gonna be like a crazy, thing.
Yeah,
but we want it to be, it's not a club.
Yeah.
We want it to be a nice, intimate event for people who actually, support us and follow us, everything that we do.
So if y'all think we crazy on here, wait till you see us in person.
You're welcome. It's definitely going to be a good event,
and we are going to have a live discussion.
Yes.
So be ready for all of that jazz.
But yeah, until next time, you guys can follow us on our Instagram page at FY Podcast. If you want to email us, it's fypodcast1@gmail.com. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's STARZZEE. Is it 2 E's? Yeah, EE. And then
Patty Mayo with 2 eyes.
Yes. All right. Until next time, we out. Peace. Oh, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and also if you want to leave a comment after the show. It takes like 2-3 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah. But anyway, all right, we out. Damn. Oh, here we go.